Okay, so those were the 4 reasons why you should stop setting goals, and basically if there's one thing that you should take away from this video, it's that you should focus on small, tiny successes every single day and the journey and not the outcome. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I'm sure, like me, you probably want to grow. You probably want to improve in some skill or in something in your life. And whether you've done it from your own motivation or because you were forced to by school, by work, you've probably set goals once in your life, at least. And, you know, we're all probably somewhat familiar with the idea of SMART goals, which are designed to kind of improve our chances of meeting these goals and growing in the long term. But one thing that you might not know is that setting goals is actually counterproductive and actually lowers our ability to grow or improve, and even decreases our happiness in the long run. So we have this idea that massive successes, massive feelings of yes, I did it, I'm good, require huge changes. But that's not necessarily right, because small changes actually compound into large successes. If you improve a certain skill or whatever it is that you want to improve, like let's say 1% or 0.5% every single day, that is going to compound to still having a huge success in the long run. And one thing that should definitely not be overlooked here is that small failures also compound. And that's why it's so hard for us to actually stick with a plan or stick with wanting to implement a habit. We write down our goals and we say, I want to go for a run every single day, but then we don't do it for one day, and that is that small failure of that one given day. It's not a huge failure, we haven't missed running for an entire month, but we missed it for one day. But then that happens the next day as well, and those all compound to the point where now we've suddenly missed an entire month, and that for us might count as a huge failure in our long-term goal to want to run every single day. And the same thing, here's the positive note, the same thing works for successes as well. So improving a little bit every single day is actually much more sustaining than setting these huge changes, huge goals that we should achieve ourselves in order to be successful, whatever that may mean to you. And it might be that you might still be thinking, yeah, but there's so many successful people out there, like successful athletes, actors, cooks, whatever it is. They all seem to kind of have this breakthrough of now they're suddenly really good at what they do, and they must have set a goal for that in some point in their life. And maybe they did, but breakthroughs are kind of illusions. We feel that an actor suddenly has that breakthrough where he or she now plays in a Hollywood movie. But what that really is breakthroughs are kind of accumulations of all of these small changes that you've done every single day that all accumulate to allowing that breakthrough to actually happen, which is then often the only thing that the outside world gets to see. So what I want to share with you today is 4 reasons why setting goals is actually a waste of time and actually decreasing your chances of really meeting those points of success that you want in your life. So the first kind of thing to keep in mind, or the first reason why you should stop setting goals, is the fact that goals aren't the deciding factor. Stop wasting time sitting there thinking about what goals you should set, thinking that setting the right goals will allow you to have the right successes. That's not how it works. Think about it. There's a lot of people in the world that have the same goal. A lot of people probably want to become the next football star. But if everyone sets that goal, why doesn't everyone actually achieve that goal? And that's because a lot of people waste too much time setting that goal but not really acting upon it. And what differentiates the people that actually succeed in meeting this kind of dream of theirs is the fact that they actually work on it every single day. And if you work on something every single day, you can't expect to work on it every single day and have a huge breakthrough every single day. That wouldn't be sustaining. You can't run a marathon every single day. But what you do is you practice running for, I don't know, like 5K every single day. And these are these small 1 or 0.5% kind of successes, daily successes, that in the long run compound to actually having a big breakthrough. So basically what I'm trying to say here is the main takeaway is don't focus on writing the correct goals, but focus on actually turning things into daily actions that aren't huge, but small actions that get you to where you want to get, and that then compound in the long term. In short, basically just implement a system of decremental improvement. The second reason why you should stop setting goals is that goals or achieving goals is actually just a momentary change, especially if you are setting these SMART goals. Because the idea of a SMART goal is to kind of get a big goal that you want to achieve. Let's say you want to eat healthier, that is your big goal. And then turning that into a SMART goal might be, I want to eat 5 vegetables every single day. And here, if you achieve that goal every single day, that's actually only an achievement in that moment. Only because you achieve that goal, it doesn't yet mean that you have a much healthier diet or that you have achieved that overall goal that you're trying to achieve. So in a way, this reflects the idea of treating symptoms rather than the problem itself. And if you think about you or your life kind of as a machine, you're only kind of fixing the output. You're not fixing the inputs of what it is. All you're doing is you're saying, okay, I am eating 5 vegetables a day, but that doesn't necessarily mean that my huge goal has been achieved. On the other hand, if you actually focus on the inputs in your kind of life system, then that is a lot more sustaining. And that basically means that you should think about your motivations and your reasons why. Why do you want to get healthy? What is your motivation to eat healthier? And if you kind of nail those down, that's going to help you a lot more than actually just eating those 5 vegetables a day if you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. And here again, by just settling these reasons why and these motivations, you're really internalizing this thing that you want to achieve, and that's going to help you achieve it more likely and also more sustainably because you actually have an inner drive to do so. Here, the third reason why you should actually stop setting goals is that setting goals limits your momentary happiness. So here, the idea of setting a goal basically means you're saying, once I achieve this goal sometime in the future, I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be successful. That also implies that currently you are not as happy as you could be compared to when you have achieved that goal. So you're kind of creating this narrow binary situation of success versus failure. You either meet a goal or you don't meet a goal. And here again, this idea of success versus failure is a lot more apparent in these SMART goals because you really have to make them measurable to the point where you can nail down, I failed at this goal or I succeeded at this goal. And what you're doing by creating this kind of narrow mindset or narrow binary situation is you're decreasing your current happiness by kind of shifting over that feeling of happiness to some point in the future once you have hopefully achieved that goal that you have set yourself. And I mean, you probably know that feeling where you see this really cool new gadget, let's say an iPhone, for example, and you're like, I really need to get this iPhone, and you save up for, let's say, months, and then you buy it, and before you buy it, you have this idea of, oh, once I actually have it in my hands, this is going to change my life, this is going to be so cool, I'm going to be so happy. And then you buy it, and then it's like, okay, now I have it. I kind of feel like I felt before, this feeling of euphoria that I thought I was going to have didn't actually occur. And this is also the case with setting goals. Now you think that in the future, once I achieve that goal, I'm going to be so much happier. But then once you actually get there and you're actually at the point where you have achieved it, congrats by the way, you're not necessarily going to feel as good as you thought you would have. And then you're again going to kind of feel like, well, what was the point of setting the goal in the first place? So the idea here is to not fall in love or not look for that destination, that end goal, but really try and focus on the journey of getting to a point of wherever it is you want to get. Focus on the process of improvement and not on the end result. Okay, and the fourth and final reason why you should stop setting goals is that goals kind of limits our future progress, our future ability to learn. And the reason here is that once we have, again, achieved a goal, we've achieved the goal. So where do we go from there? Is that it? Are we done? What motivation is left to set a new goal? I've just achieved a goal. Why should I go through that whole process of setting another goal and working for it again? I don't have that motivation anymore. It took me so long to achieve the goal I have just achieved. So this process of setting goals and focusing on the kind of destination, on the outcome, is actually demotivating and therefore reduces our need or our want, our motivation to actually continue growing in the long term. Okay, so those were the 4 reasons why you should stop setting goals. And basically, if there's one thing that you should take away from this video, it's that you should focus on small, tiny successes every single day and the journey and not the outcome. Not the state of this is where I want to get, but the process of getting there. And on that note, if you guys are really interested in kind of goal setting and habits and that stuff, I highly recommend the book Atomic Habits. Link is in the description. I read this book and it really inspired me to actually create this video. And yeah, I would highly encourage you to go pick it up and give it a read. And I actually want to share with you a quote from that video that I'm just going to read off here. And that quote is, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And that really goes with the notion of focusing on the process, on your life as a system and not on the end destination. So yeah, I just thought that quote also ties this video together really well. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because that would really make me super duper happy and you would not miss out more videos like this one. If you guys have any kind of topic you want me to make a video about, definitely leave a comment down below as well, or just leave a comment about anything you want. Really, I'd love to chat with you guys down there. And also hit the notification bell to stay notified whenever I post a new video. And on that note, stay safe and I'll see you soon.